Hello there, doctors. In today's episode, we're going to talk about something that I truly know you'll be interested in. You've heard it everywhere. Make passive income online as a doctor while you sleep. But here's the truth. Most of what you've been told about physician passive income is either incomplete or flat out misleading. In this episode, Mike and we're going to break down the myth and what actually works and how real doctors are building sustainable income without quitting medicine. I'm Dr. Ann Trong.
I'm Dr. Mike Booming, and we're going to talk about that myth of true passive income. I'm sure you heard it. Hey, make money while you sleep. Hey, it sounds great, sounds exciting, but it doesn't often mean what you actually think it's going to mean. So we're going to dig into it. So Ann, let's talk about this myth of the true passive income.
So sometimes it's not passive as you think. It's not like you set it up, forget about it. You really have to build it. I call it more like farming. You seed and farm it, and then over time it's gonna be come to fruition. So common traps are like real estate. Well, you invest in real estate, forget about it. Both you and I know that's not the case. Or even Amazon drop shipping, or even like quick online scheme as well. The thing is this, it's showing you that, hey, set it up and forget about it without minimal effort. You're actually misleading if you think that is the real thing. So let's talk about real estate. And Mike, I know a lot about this and what passive income in real estate is about. And let's talk about some realistic path here.
Yeah, so I don't talk about real estate too much. I can tell you how to lose money in real estate, and I know it. I know it. There are many doctors who've done well on it, but when I first started getting into real estate, I started by buying small homes in the Midwest, and it all sounded good. No money down. That's one of those kind of like those catchphrases too. You do have to have some money down, and you do have to have something involved. But yeah, and it said, hey, just take it, flip it, immediately flip it, or buy and hold on there, and it does sound good. And I'm not saying that you can't make money in real estate. Some of the wealthiest individuals have sizable real estate portfolios on there, but it's not truly passive on here. I mean, anytime you involve humans. So what's great about real estate is you own an asset, but there's also a lot of different variables. There's different variables where you have to deal with human beings and who have to pay their rent, and sometimes they don't pay the rent, and though it's then when they don't pay the rent or they leave and they move on, or there are other variables such as I've experienced, like you need to get a roof fixed, you need to get air conditioning put in on there, and it kind of all add up. So I was doing this from a different state, and I can tell you it wasn't very passive to me. There are other vehicles where you can do passive incomes. I've been involved in syndications, which is a more where someone else is, you are involved in this as an investor, and you're building like you're involved in, as you're one of a number of individuals. Where you are invested in a big property. I was involved in giant multifamily property on there, and then hey, you're going to get money after that. But then sometimes it doesn't work as well. Now, it's certainly more passive than actively holding real estate where you're the landlord and such, but it does involve work. It does involve you researching and vetting the individuals who are investing with you, looking at their track records. So that syndication route is definitely more passive than others, but I don't want you to get into that mindset where it's like set and forget, because it's just like as in anything. And I know doctors are not averse to hard work. You do have to put in your time to do the research to make sure that the investment that you're doing is for you and your family.
Yeah, and we have dabbled in real estate as well, and but more in rental property and apartment investment with a group, and we ended up giving it up because of the human factor headache of that actually, and we realized that it took more time, and you're responsible for everything. You're responsible for the roof. If the door is not working, you got to fix that, and then there's also legalities of renters protection as well too. But those are the legal things that you need to be aware of as well. And so other areas of passive income that Mike and I are passionate about for doctors is online courses and membership communities. And we think that for doctors, this is the easiest way to launch and the easiest way to leverage your medical expertise because you're already two-thirds there, because you're already authority and credibility. All you need is audience. And some doctors already have an audience, which is really their trusted patient. You have to build it. You have to research the topic. You have to build it, and you still have to nurture it. I mean, I do all three. I do webinars, courses, and membership. And in the beginning, you have to work on building it, but you have to continue to nurture it and then up level it. Like the course, we have to update it, and the membership, we have to work on offering value and offering retention, but also try to get people in. So all of these avenue is that you still got to get new people in or leads, nurture the one you already have so they'll stay, and then also up level the experience so that way it'll be valuable. And so you still have to work on it. It's not like set it and forget it at all. And it's the same thing is that I still believe that's the best way for doctors to explore passive income by leveraging their medical expertise because no one else can do it as well as you can. We're working with rheumatology, we're working with pain management doctors and psychiatrists and all these doctors that have these like proprietary framework that help people transform into a better state without medication. And if you're not sharing with the world, you're really hiding a treasure, actually. So that's one of it. But I want it to be real. And I want to state that it's not just passive. The other model is through e-commerce, model through like affiliate relationship or meaning partnership with somebody, and also e-commerce, which is selling supplements. We do that a lot too. And I have about 18 sources of income, and a lot of our income come from affiliate relationship, which is meaning like if I said this supplement work and somebody else make the supplement and I sell that supplement on my channel, I get a commission from that. And I do that a lot on Amazon. Amazon share their profit with the creator. And so majority of our affiliate come from Amazon. And last month I think we crossed over five figures, which is pretty awesome. Not last month, that was August, not last month. So that was nice. And then supplement is like we have our own private label supplement that we put in the store like this and then selling it. I think it's actually pretty good. I mean, it doesn't require a lot of work. You set it up in the beginning and you get private label and then you put it online and you have a store, but your staff need to maintain it. They need to do inventory. They need to fulfill the orders and send it out. Our staff, who is also our receptionist, is also the fulfillment person for all of this as well. And in fact, I think that doctor probably this supplement is probably the second best thing you can do because my staff, she loves it. She's our receptionist, but she also loves to kind of diversify what she does during the day. And she pack things up and package it and bring it by UPS and mail it out or have UPS come by your office. And it really, she enjoys it a lot as well. I know, Mike, with you had set up software. I mean, you have created software in the past. How was that?
Oh, it was good. It was good because it's something that we created, but it's not set and forget. If you own software, there's always things that you have to fix. And guess what? With software, you got to upgrade. That costs time. I used to joke that our highest paid employee was our engineers because anytime something broke, when it does happen with software, you need to pay them to fix it on there. Now, not going off on a tangent here, but now there are AI that can help build software on there. So I think it can be extremely lucrative on there, but it's not set and forget. It's not passive income. It's you creating an asset, and then people are using license that you're using your intellectual property to license that software to use your digital tools, your digital software on there. So it's great, but again, it's not passive. And just like as in anything, you need to continuously upgrade it, and that costs money.
Exactly. That's I'm always wary of. You hear about vibe coding and nano banana and all this stuff, but I'm like, well, what if something goes wrong? You're not an engineer. the AI created for you, but how do you troubleshoot?
So you need to have somebody who understands coding, and it's not completely taking away the human element on it. It may get you 75% there, but not completely 100%.
Absolutely, but you do need to have somebody that fix it when that problem comes. So that's why I haven't even dived into that or even looked at it as well. I stay in my lane, which is leveraging my medical knowledge. So passive income isn't about avoiding work, it's about creating leverage once and reaping the result as long as you can. So currently coaching under Alex Hamosi now, and the biggest word for me is leveraging your time and your skills. So what that means is that you want to do something that will create the best result for you with the amount of time that you have left. And we don't have unlimited amount of time. The next part we're going to talk about is the mindset of the physician, because we got to address the internal barriers, because as physician, we're taught one way: see patient in the office, diagnose, treat, and that's it. Rinse and repeat. So we're taught to see patient in the office, see patient in the hospital or nursing home, whatever, and that's it. That's how you make money. And we have to kind of overcome our mindset, especially oldies like me and Mike now, and thinking how we can make money. So you have to kind of shift from being a clinician to creator or even CEO. And that's when you're going to get that perfectionism and fear of failure out of your mind. Because if you don't fail, you won't get better. And if you keep on being a perfectionist, you'll never get anything done. And Mike and I both see this in physicians that we work with, where they are paralyzed from taking action because of fear of failure, fear of judgment from their peers, and also perfectionism. Mike, you have anything to say about that?
Yeah, no, I mean this is a topic that I recently had with some clients on there, and we were discussing income and how to add additional streams of income, and all they were discussing, well, I can get a third job or I can see more patients. And I said, you got to get out of this time-based income mentality. Hey, as doctors, let's face it, we make quite a nice chunk of change. We have that one, if not the highest income outside of like professional athletes. But the thing is, you can work for time-based income, but then you should also devote time so that your money works for you. So that's involved in doing investing. It's involved in starting a course on there. Sure, you can have your hourly and do that. That's going to help pay your bills. But what are you doing on the other time on there? Are you watching Netflix, or can you be using that time to invest in a revenue generating asset? Invest in a real estate, or going down that route. What we recommend is starting an online course, developing intellectual property that you could license, start finding partnership and affiliate deals that you can go out there. Spend that time doing that, where now you have that mailbox money that we all would like to have here, where you're making money while you sleep. It can be real, but you have to devote time to it. But I see so many doctors saying, well, the only way that I can get more money is to get a third job or fourth job. That is the surest sign to burnout on there. Is start thinking about this, and we're trying to create time for results, but that mindset is going to kill you. It's going to kill your scalability. Start developing that mindset of building assets that you can have an asset, you can document, delegate, and then distribute that asset.
And what's good about that asset is that it's the easiest thing to launch. So let's talk about some income stream that actually work for physician without minimal expense. Okay. Number one, coaching consulting program. All you need is what's in here between your ears. That's it. Because what's between your ears is what you can help others, what we can think of in 30 seconds to diagnose somebody. People are searching for months and years and trying to find the answer. So what can really help shortcut people that are looking for the knowledge, like if you are a rheumatologist and how to help somebody with RA pain without having to take medication. Now, how valuable is that? By just giving them a couple of tips. Or if you're into weight loss and you can help somebody lose fat without having to starve themselves or have to do a marathon. a psychiatrist helping somebody deal with natural approaches for dealing with their anxiety instead of being dependent upon medication. And as in for myself, I make a living with just helping men get out of erectile dysfunction by natural solution, and that is through diet, exercise, stress reduction, and sleep. Swear to God. But I have my framework and my intellectual property into how to approach that. But literally, you can do all that without taking medication. And Mike can help women dealing with menopause symptom as well. So, what people want to tap into, because they can't get that on Google. They're not going to get that from ChatGPT. But nowadays, people want shortcuts. People want access. That's what they pay for, is shortcuts and access. And we see that all the time. We see people pay so they can cut the line and to get results. So you can start with being a coach, a consultant, creating an online membership or online courses. And that's exactly what Mike and I have been doing workshop for, is to teach doctors and help doctors launch workshop quickly. And in fact, we have a workshop that is starting on November 12th, will help you launch by Black Friday. And we make it so that you take action and launch within 14 days. No thinking about, no professionalism involved. And then of course you can do content-based business like YouTube and making content on YouTube. It's exactly what Mike and I are doing now. And Mike has been have a podcast for years, but his podcast is more audio. What I do is my YouTube channel is also my audio podcast. So I don't have to produce two separate content as well. So I repurpose my content. And another strategy that Mike and I both do is newsletter monetization. You want to talk about that? Because I know that you monetize very well with your lounge newsletter.
Yeah, so I've had a newsletter, geez, I think it's now like 2+ years or probably even longer. I lost count on it. And it just gives great information for physician, entrepreneurs, and investors. And it's an aggregator, so it aggregates like different articles from around the different news sites that are freely available that I think are of interest to myself, that I thought would be of interest to other physician investors and entrepreneurs. And it goes out every week. And little spoiler alert, it's pretty much almost completely automated, other than me approving the newsletter on there. It's put together by my team. I started the first 20 issues, but then they just took over. I said, hey, this is the type of content we want. And yeah, we always get great feedback on it. We're always trying to make it feel better, but it allows me to announce different projects that we're doing, and it keeps my people engaged. We also get involved in advertising on there, so it's generating revenue in and of itself, while at the same time providing great value for our readers.
Absolutely. And we actually have a newsletter ourselves, the Dr. Boss, Doctor's Online Success newsletter, that the content of that newsletter come from the YouTube content. And we use AI to publish it. It's unautomated. I don't even approve that because it's a good job on its own. And we both have good system and good people on our team that really does the job for us. And I don't even approve it at all naturally. So doctor, just know that your knowledge is the most undervalued asset you own. And I stress undervalue. And it's the one that can pay you forever. You spend more than a decade of your life learning the medical knowledge that you have. You sacrifice your time, your life, you know, and money as well to become the doctor. So it is an asset for you. Treat it as if it's an apartment complex that grows and compound for you, but you need to know how to use it. So the several assets that we talk about, like a community, online course, consulting that you can launch away without building a team, without hiring anyone. When we work with doctors, first thing that they think, oh, I got to hire this person, got to do that. You don't need to hire anyone at all, except start doing it yourself. So that way, you know how it is run. My first employee for my online business is myself. And the next one I hired was my VA, which became my assistant. And so let's talk about things that are actually work. So we talked about that, building the system and automation, because now with AI, Mike and I both do newsletters that run on AI and automation, and then hiring good but adequate people to help you. I mean, I have 3 people that work for me in my office, and then I have 6 online VA that work for us for our online business. So our online remote workforce is more than our in-office remote workforce, but they cost a fourth as much as our employees here because we're leveraging virtual assistant. So what Mike and I do is that we create content and then we show it to the audience, build up our list, create an offer, and then automate everything. And that's how you can do it. We'll show you how to do that. We run workshop every month. Join our Doctors Online Success at doctorsonlinesuccess.com. And this is the community where we will show you how to build your online business. But you want to know is that passive income isn't built overnight. It does require work. Also, I don't think the doctors are concerned about that. It's overcoming your internal fears. And you may not even know that these fears are what's stopping you. And I did an interview with a doctor who is a functional medicine doctor, widely known. She has a great framework on helping women in menopause overcome symptoms without medication, all natural. And she put out one video when she did our challenge for YouTube, and she hadn't put another video since. And she doesn't even realize that the reason why she hasn't done that is because she was fearful of what people will think of her. She's fearful of her peers. She's fearful of not being good enough as the expert enough, even though she's been doing this for like 20 years and she's a doctor. She's fearful of what her family think about her. She's fearful of what she looks like on camera, but she wasn't really aware of that until we started talking about it. And that was what was holding her back from recording another video as well. So I hope that she will move forward in getting those fears, because all those people that you're concerned about think what you're concerned about you. You shouldn't care about them because they're not your friend anyway.
And
Yeah.
they're probably not thinking about you. That's what I learned too. You also they're just about themselves. It's what it is. But I was so concerned about what other people thought, and they realized, oh, they're really not thinking about me.
Absolutely. Alex Hormozi, the best marketer in the world. And he said that there were some people didn't even know that he even wrote books. He'll go out and he said, I just launched a book over a weekend for $100 million. And there's some people that he met go, oh, really? Well, what's your book? So it's like nobody knows about you.
Yeah.
The point is nobody knows about you. Nobody cares. Nobody cares.
Yep.
Nobody knows about you. All they care about is how can you help me? So get over that and know that you can help people, that your knowledge is the most undervalued asset of. So if you're a doctor tired of trading time for money and you want to learn how to build the first real income stream outside the clinic, go to join our communities at Doctors Online Success. Doctors with an S.com. And there is our community where we have several courses in there that you can start away, get some ideas, and we have engaging community in there as well. Mike and I will do some training in there as well. And just know that you can turn your medical knowledge into a digital asset, and that will become and compound over time. And that is an asset as good as any real estate. So I hope that this episode will somewhat open your eyes to what's possible for you online and that you can build income outside the clinic. And it will mean a lot to us. And a lot of our listeners are not our subscribers. So if you're listening to this in the car, or you're listening to this on YouTube or so on your phone, click that subscribe button and share this with a colleague or somebody that you think can really benefit from this. It will help us a lot in creating this content for you, because our mission is to empower you to leverage your medical expertise, because we know that you are just not a doctor. You are a doctor boss, and hopefully you will find this will motivate you to take the next step. And we will see you in the next episode.
Bye-bye.